Sportsman, this is the way they are going to go for their 20-lap feature. Jamie Brown, the 10B, will be inside row number 1. Outside him, that'll be the 2X of Mike Amell. Row number 2 to the inside, Brian Hudson's number 6. And on the outside will be Justin Gadball, the number 18. The 410 of Mike Fowler and Ryan Shanahan's number 32 are in row number 3. Row number 4, the 621. Beside him will be Eric Nyer in the 34. David Rogers, the number 1, and Taylor Caprera's 21 are in row number 5. Row number 6, Tyler Corcoran's number 64. On the outside, that'll be Tyler Murray in the 1M machine. Gavin Isley's number 18 and Greg Henry's number 15 are in row number 7. Row number 8, that'll be Remington Ham, the 57H. And on the high side, Josh Rayom in the number 91 machine. Ricky Thompson, the 1R, and George Stansford's 25 make up row number 9. Row number 10, Kyle Sharp, the 12S machine on the inside. Jonathan Murphy on the high side in the 62. Chris Banowski's number 16B and Tyler Stevenson's Fox 28 are row 11. Row number 12, Dalton Rombo, the 41. Our final row, Tiger Chapman piloting the number 2 tonight. Outside him will be Kevin Warren, 20 laps the distance. Bob Johnson Auto Group, Dirt Car Sportsman, green flag is in the air. Off turn number 2, they will dance for the very first time down the backstretch. Out in front of the field, taking him down to turn number 3 and 4. That'll be Jamie Brown out of Clayton, the 10B. He'll bring him down in front. Brian Hudson settles back in the number 2 spot. Then Ryan Shanahan's number 32 goes to the inside. He'll battle for the second spot off turn number 2. Mike Fowler climbs all the way up to spot number 4. Down the backstretch, Eric Nyer, the 34, will round out the top 5 as they head to turn at number 3 and 4 for the second time. Back up front, Brian Hudson able to slide by the outside of the Ryan Shanahan number 32 RS, but Shanahan's going to go right to the bottom. He'll try to battle back. That is spot number 2 down the backstretch. Mike Fowler holds on to spot number 4, watching this battle unfold right in his lap as they go to 3 and 4. This time Shanahan slides to the bottom. He'll take the spot away, sets his sights on your leader, Jamie Brown, into turn number 1 and 2. Shanahan back to that number 2 spot. There's the 34 of Eric Nyer, the 64 of Tyler Corcoran, and then the 1 of David Rogers. Corcoran and Rogers, a bunch of feature wins here over the last few years at Can-Am. David Rogers missed a year of racing last year, back into the Thompson Motorsports Dig Racing products, number 1 this year, and getting a lot of laps in, moving his way towards the front of the field. Back up front, Ryan Shanahan trying to reel in your leader, but Jamie Brown holding off the field down the backstretch in the 10B machine. The FX Cabrera number 10 of Jamie Brown brings him off turn number 4. He'll bring him back to the line. That battle continues to heat up for the front of the field. Ryan Shanahan out of Carthage, the Stephen J. Hall Contracting Platinum Property Service. Bella Bridal Ride works up to that number 2 spot. He'll look outside of Jamie Brown off turn number 4. Now he'll get back in line down the front stretch. Jamie Brown continues to battle him off as they go to turn number 2. Mike Fowler watching this as they go to turn number 2 down the backstretch. 3 cars trying to break away from the field right now. Then it's a distance back to the Brian Hudson number 6, the 34 of Eric Nyer, and the 64 of Tyler Corcoran. Back up front, those 3 cars again trying to escape from the rest of the field. Brown able to hold on to that lead, comes down the racetrack right in front of Ryan Shanahan. Shanahan had to stand on the binders to stay out of harm's way as they went down into turn number 3 this time. Mike Fowler sitting about 3 car lengths back from that 32 of Ryan Shanahan. Jamie Brown doing a masterful job holding off the field here as we score lap number 8 that time at the line. Brown down the backstretch, continuing to point the way, and yellow flag is going to come out. Yellow flag is going to wave. Caution out on the Speedway. Jamie Brown sat on the pole, continues to show the way. Ryan Shanahan started 6th. He's up to the outside. Mike Fowler started 5th. He's right there in the hunt as we get ready to go back at it. Brian Hudson also picked up a spot here before we get ready to go back to green. Tyler Corcoran has made a couple of moves on the way to get up into the top 5 as they work off turn 4. Green flag is in the air. Jamie Brown, again, a good restart, will take the field down the backstretch. Mike Fowler will now battle side by side with Ryan Shanahan for the number 2 spot. Shanahan hit a bump over there, bobbled the car. Fowler's going to drive right back under him. He'll take over spot number 2 as they head down to turn number 1 and 2. Shanahan back to 3rd, now looks to the outside. Jamie Brown trying to stretch that advantage out in front of the field, down to turn number 3 and 4. They'll work to turn number 4 this time. Brown, your leader. Fowler second. Third is Ryan Shanahan down the front stretch. Now Fowler's going to battle for the lead as he'll go to the inside. Brown able to hold him off. Cross flags are up that last time by. We are halfway home in the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman feature. Ryan Shanahan again wants to go to the outside. We got a car around over on the backstretch. Caution flag is going to wave. There's a car way off the racing surface, sliding backwards up towards turn number 3. Does get the car fired back up, will turn around and make his way back towards the speedway. That is the number 6 of Brian Hudson. Hudson got twisted around in a knot. He went sliding way off the racing surface down the backstretch, bringing out the caution. Try to take advantage here on this restart. Nose to tail down to turn number 4. Green flag will wave. Mike Fowler's going to try to shove the nose underneath of Jamie Brown. Can't quite get to him. Now here comes Tyler Corcoran to the inside of Ryan Shanahan. Shanahan's going to get a good run off the top side of the speedway down the backstretch. They'll head into turn number 3 and 4. And the caution flag is immediately back out on the speedway. A couple of guys getting together off the bottom of turn number 4. Mike Fowler's going to give him a little help on this restart, give him a little shot on the back bumper. That didn't faze Jamie Brown at all as he just drove down into turn number 1 and 2. Fowler's going to get to the inside. Fowler's going to get a run to the bottom this time off turn number 2 down the backstretch, and Mike Fowler will take over the lead in the number 410 machine. Jamie Brown right back to the bottom of the racetrack. Now he gets back in line as they come off turn number 4. Then it's Ryan Shanahan to the outside. Tyler Corcoran chases him. Tyler Murray, good-looking run to the outside of the number 1 machine. Ryan Shanahan got close. Here comes Tyler Corcoran. The Helmar International Dirt Track Digest 64 to the bottom of the racetrack. Had a nose underneath Shanahan for a second. Couldn't quite get there as they came off turn number 4. This time he may take the spot down the front stretch, and yeah, he will. But the one that matters right now, Mike Fowler out in front has stretched this lead out in front of Jamie Brown, and Fowler down the backstretch, a quarter of a straightaway lead out in front of Jamie Brown's 10B. Watching that battle down to turn number 1 and 2. Fowler, your leader, second spot. Up for grabs right now. Jamie Brown trying to hold him off in the FX Cabrera 10B machine. Tyler Corcoran about 2 car lengths off his back bumper as they'll go to turn number 3 this time. Corcoran trying to close that gap. Then it's the number 32 of Ryan Shanahan chasing them. Shanahan trying to get back to where he was in the early going. David Rogers and the number 1 of Tyler Murray both able to get in front of the 621 of Trevor Gibbons. Gibbons also sliding out in front of the number 34 of Eric Dyer as Gibbons now begins to work his way back towards the front of the field. Gibbons was lightning fast earlier, got shuffled back on a couple of restarts, but now he begins to battle back towards the front of the field. Tyler Corcoran over here in turn number 3, the 64 machine. Trying to reel in Mike Fowler as he'll get in front of Jamie Brown now. Corcoran's going to take over spot number 2, but he's got a long way to go if he's going to get to the back bumper of Mike Fowler right now as they head down into turn 3 and 4. Jamie Brown 3rd, 4th is Ryan Shanahan. 5th continues to be David Rogers as they work off turn number 4 down the front stretch. That lineup is going to stay the same. Back behind Rogers, it'll be the 1 of Tyler Murray, followed by the 41 of Dalton Rombo. Then it's the 34 of Eric Nyer. Caution is out on the Speedway. We got a car around turn number 4. Caution flag will wave. Car facing the wrong direction. Bottom side of the Speedway. Second belongs to Tyler Corcoran. 3rd is Jamie Brown. 4th, Ryan Shanahan. 5th, Dave Rogers. 6th is Tyler Murray. As we take the green one more time off turn number 4. Well, Mike Fowler's been on an absolute rocket since he took over the lead about 8 laps ago, and right now he's going to have to hold off a guy with a couple of feature wins already this year in Tyler Corcoran in that 64 machine. Off turn number 4, parallel flags are up, just 2 more trips around the Speedway, and Mike Fowler able to stretch that advantage. Tyler Corcoran's going to switch lanes this time. He's going to go to the outside of the Speedway. Turn number 2 down the backstretch. There's the battle for spot number 3. It'll be the number 32 of Ryan Shanahan getting back to the 3rd spot. Here comes David Rogers. He'll slide underneath Jamie Brown as they work off turn number 4. White flag is waving. White flag waving off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Mike Fowler again 4 car lengths out in front of Tyler Corcoran. Ryan Shanahan with David Rogers for spot number 4. He's going to hold on to it. Off turn number 4, Mike Fowler's going to bring him down the front stretch. Mike Fowler's going to score the win in the 4-10. Second spot will be followed by the 64 of Tyler Corcoran. 3rd belongs to Ryan Shanahan. 4th, David Rogers. 5th will be Jamie Brown, rounding out the top 5 here tonight. Dalton Rombo is going to come home in the number 6 spot. Tyler Murray, 7th. 8th belongs to Eric Nyer. 9th, Gavin Isley, and Josh Rayome will round out the top 10 cars. Well, he had to sit all the way up there on the top of turn number 4 waiting for the limited feature to get over. But your Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman feature winner getting ready to climb out on the backside of the 410. First time in victory lane. Here comes Mike Fowler! And that's right, baby. You get that first win, you do the roof dance.
Always wanted to do that. I can't do
Mike, the roof held up too.
Do the roof, I'll get it.
Congratulations. Mike, it's taken you a while, man. You've been busting butt. Putting in victory lane, this has got to feel awesome.
Yeah, this is my 4th full season back because I took like a, I don't know, it had to be 10-year break. I just couldn't afford it, so I had to, take a break, step back, regroup with everything, and bought a car from my cousin Dan Gill, and it was an old car Jackson ran. Ran that for a couple of years, and bought this car last year from Mark Cacelli, and it's no stranger to victory lane. I'm glad I was finally able to put it here.
Well, you got this thing, it took you a couple laps to get it out front, but once you got to the lead, this thing took off like a rocket.
Yeah, the car's been fast. It's just a matter of me hitting my marks and being patient, and that's pretty much all it was the first half of the race there, up till lap 10. Brown blew it into turn 1 there. I think it was like lap 12 or something like that, and he blew it in, and I went, okay, you left the door open, I'm going through it, and the rest is history, I guess.
Kind of a tricky racetrack tonight, though. 2 completely different ends of the Speedway. I mean, 3 and 4 are really throwing a curveball, but you made it through it.
Yeah, I get yelled at all the time. Dan and Harry and Jackson and everybody, they're always like, man, you got to get to the top. That's where everybody's running. But I'm just more comfortable on the bottom. Tonight, the bottom was played in my favor.
People you need to thank.
Oh, man, the list is long. I hope you got a minute. I got to thank, first and foremost, I got to thank my mom. I've been coming to this track since 1985. Watched my dad race street stocks here for a few years, and he was never very successful, but that got me to bite the bug, and the bug bit me, and here we are. But I can't thank everybody enough. There's Brian and Rebecca Donath at Donath Motorworks prepare a great engine, GM crate motor. They prepare it for me. I put it in so I don't have to do any work. I got to thank Scott, Tammy Jeffrey at Scott Jeffrey Performance Plus, Scott Jeffrey Performance Plus Shocks, Kevin Root for his advice. When he talks, you better listen. Designs of Elegance, Bicknell Racing Products, Bob Slack, Randy Williamson, Matt Williamson, they're all very helpful. White Knuckle Clothing, my apparel sponsor, they give me all the cool stuff that I get to wear to the track. Atomic Sign Works for this great wrap. Man, it's just awesome. I'm overwhelmed.
I know, congratulations. I think Mom's ready to get over here and celebrate.
Yeah, and I want to dedicate this to my dad. He never got to see me win, but hopefully he's watching.
I'm sure he is, buddy. Congratulations. First time in victory lane, Mike Fowler is your Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman feature winner.